Spooky season in Pokemon Go is starting to ramp up. Fall is definitely in the air here in Pennsylvania as we enter the third week of October. It's been a pretty good month of Pokemon Go so far. Not everything has been perfect. The Dynamax battles do feel a little bit flat to me, but if you saw the teaser on the socials recently, it does seem like Gigantamax is coming soon. Gigantamax Blastoise wasn't some of the early marketing material, so maybe that's what we're going to get later this month. We also know that we're going to get Dynamax Ghastly pretty soon, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. The raids though this month have been really good. We had Zacian to start off the month, we're just about to wrap up Zamazenta, and coming up next is Giratina, and then we'll close out the month with Darkrai. Sawaddle Community Day was kind of forgettable, but some of the upcoming events are really exciting. So with that, let's get into what's happening in Pokemon Go from October 14th to October 21st. To start off the week, on Monday, October 14th at 10 a.m. local time, the raids are going to rotate. Zamazenta will be leaving legendary raids and Mega Blaziken will be leaving mega raids, and to replace them, we'll have Giratina Origin Form and Mega Sableye. I made a video going into all the details for both of these Pokemon, breaking down how good they are and how to beat them, but to sum it all up for this weekly update, do Giratina raids. Giratina Origin is very good. Sableye, do 1 or 2 for your Mega Dex, but other than that, it's skippable. On Tuesday, October 15th at midnight, we'll have a new 3-day event called Magnetic Study. This event features the electric Pokemon Magnemite, Plusle, and Minun. During this event, we'll have some bonuses that are active for the full 3 days, and then we'll also have some daily specific bonuses. So the event-wide bonuses are going to be boosted shiny odds for Magnemite, Plusle, and Minun, and then magnetic lures have an increased chance to attract these event-themed Pokemon. Tuesday, October 15th bonus will be double catch XP and a timed research featuring Plusle. On Wednesday, October 16th, the bonus will change to 50% increased XP from raids. This is actually very convenient because Wednesday is raid hour from 6 to 7 p.m. local. So as I mentioned, Giratina is a top ghost type Pokemon. Stack that with 50% increased XP from raids. This is definitely a raid hour you're going to want to play if you can. The timed research on Wednesday will feature encounters with Magnemite. Thursday the 17th will have a bonus of double catch Stardust, and then the timed research will have encounters featuring Minun. Let's take a closer look at each of these event-themed Pokemon. So as I mentioned, the shiny odds will be boosted, and I think all 3 of these Pokemon have pretty good shiny forms. Shiny Plusle's color turns from a bright red to a deep red. This is probably the least exciting of the shinies, but I do think it's still pretty good. Shiny Minun's color change is my favorite of the 3 here. Its color turns from a bright blue to a minty green. I absolutely love this shiny. I'm definitely going to be going for it. Shiny Magnemite also has a pretty good shiny form. Its body turns from a steel blue color to a gold metallic color, and the tips of its magnets turn from the traditional blue and red to a black. So while I think these are all great Pokemon to shiny hunt, Magnemite is going to be the only one here with any meta relevance. Niantic does keep tweaking and changing raid damage, so bear with me as we look at some of these charts. Shadow Magnezone is the 8th best electric type raid attacker. It does keep shuffling around a bit, but it consistently stays in the top 10. So if you have a good Shadow Magnezone, I do think it's worth investing in. Normal Magnezone is the 15th best overall electric type raid attacker, and Normal Magnezone is going to be much more accessible than the Shadow form. Magnezone is going to be a great budget electric type raid attacker. So if you don't have legendaries or ultra beasts like Raikou, Xurkitree, Zekrom, or Therian form Landorus, or even Zapdos, Magnemite and its final evolution Magnezone are definitely going to be worth grinding for this event. Magnezone does also see some play in the Go Battle League. Magnezone is ranked 125 overall in the Great League. It provides some good shield pressure with some spammy attacks, but its low defense does make it a bit of a glass cannon. It takes some key wins against Feraligatr, which is a very popular pick in the Great League right now. However, it does lose against Clodsire, which is probably even more popular of a pick in the Great League. I know I'm running a Clodsire, but if I do get a Magnemite with PvP IVs, I'll definitely hold on to it. The rank 1 PvP IVs for Magnezone in the Great League are going to be 0, 13, and 15. Tuesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Pacific, the Go Battle League will rotate. We'll have the Master League and the Halloween Cup Little Edition coming into the GBL. So as a reminder, in the Master League, there's no limit on how high your CP can be for your Pokemon. This means that in the Master League, the best IVs are going to be 15, 15, 15. In the Halloween Cup Little Edition, however, the max CP your Pokemon can be is just 500. There's also a limit on typing here. Only Poison, Bug, Ghost, Dark, and Fairy type Pokemon are eligible. And then on Tuesday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, we have what I think is probably the most important Spotlight Hour we've had in quite some time. That Spotlight Hour is going to be Shroomish. So why is Shroomish Spotlight Hour so important? The reason is because Shroomish is a permanently boosted Stardust Pokemon. So catching Shroomish in the wild right now will reward you 500 Stardust base. The bonus for this Spotlight Hour is double catch Stardust. So that means we'll be getting 1000 base Stardust per Shroomish catch. If you stack that with a star piece, that's 1500 Stardust per Shroomish catch. If you play the full hour here and you maximize your catches using the quick catch method, using Great or Ultra Balls, I do think 300 catches within the hour is very doable. If you're really fast and you're moving the whole time, you could probably get even more than 300, but let's use 300 catches as a base here. 300 catches times 1500 Stardust is 450,000 Stardust during the Spotlight Hour. That's enough to max out a legendary Pokemon all the way to level 50. But wait, there's more. If you happen to live in a place where it's sunny during the Spotlight Hour, Shroomish is weather boosted in sunny weather, which boosts its base Stardust up to 625. Double that and you get to 1250, add on a star piece and you're looking at 1875 dust per catch. Multiply that by 300 and you're at 562,500 Stardust on the hour. Just absolutely massive. This is definitely a Spotlight Hour you're going to want to prioritize, especially if you skipped the last two because they were kind of meh. Moving on to Wednesday, October 16th, from 6 to 7 p.m., we'll have Giratina Origin Form Spotlight Hour. So I touched on this earlier in the video. Giratina is a top ghost type raid attacker and it's also relevant in the Master League, and it also does see some play in the Great League, although you will have to trade some Giratina back and forth to get one Great League eligible. I will also repeat that because of the magnetic study event, we have 50% increased XP from raids. Our local community can usually knock out 12 or more raids within the hour. With the magnetic study 50% bonus XP active, that's going to be 15,000 base XP per Giratina raid. And of course, if you're out during this hour trying to do a bunch of raids, I definitely recommend using a lucky egg to maximize your XP gain during this time. So that'll be 30,000 XP per raid. If you do 10 raids, that's 300,000 XP in an hour. If you're looking to join or host remote raids during this Giratina Spotlight Hour or any raid now or in the future, hop in the Diddlebase Discord at discord.gg/Diddlebase. We have a very active remote raid community. I'm in there daily doing raids with community members, so I'd love to see you in there and I'd love to do some raids with you. Moving on to Saturday, October 19th, we have another pretty cool event, Yamask Research Day from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. This event features Yamask and Galarian Yamask. This event will have boosted shiny odds for Yamask and Galarian Yamask from the research task encounter rewards. So this will be a great chance to shiny hunt both of these Pokemon. There will be a $2 ticket in the shop to reward even more encounters with both of these Pokemon. And then in the wild, we'll also have some featured wild spawns, including Cubone, Zigzagoon, Galarian Zigzagoon, Duskull, and Shieldon, all with their shiny available. Let's take a bit of a closer look into each of these featured Pokemon. Yamask is a ghost-type Pokemon that evolves into Cofagrigus. This spooky Pokemon has a pretty awesome shiny form, especially its evolution, Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus does have use in the Great League and in the Ultra League, but it shines more in the Ultra League. Coming in at rank 114th overall in the Ultra League, according to pvpoke.com, Cofagrigus is a bulky shadow type that can also provide some shield pressure. The top moveset for Cofagrigus in the Ultra League is Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and Dark Pulse. None of these are legacy moves, so this should be a pretty cheap Pokemon to power up. The rank 1 IVs for Cofagrigus in the Ultra League are going to be 10, 15, and 15. Galarian Yamask is a ground and ghost type Pokemon, and it evolves into Runerigus. In my opinion, the Runerigus shiny form is not quite as cool as the Cofagrigus shiny form, but I do still like it. Runerigus is also viable in the Go Battle League, and it's ranked even higher than Cofagrigus. Runerigus is ranked 54th overall in the Ultra League with the moves Shadow Claw, Brutal Swing, and Shadow Ball. It's also bulky and similar to Cofagrigus, it provides good spammy shield pressure. The Ultra League rank 1 IVs are the exact same as Cofagrigus, 10, 15, 15. And of course, on Saturday and throughout the weekend, Shadow Entei will be in 5-star legendary Shadow raids. With some of the tweaks and changes that Niantic is doing to raids, Shadow Entei has moved down a bit in rank in terms of top fire type raid attackers, but it's still pretty good as the 12th best overall fire type raid attacker. And so while I'm not going to go seek out these Shadow Entei raids, if I'm out for some other event or for Giratina raids and I happen to come by one, I might as well hop in and do it. There's a lot happening this week, trainers. From the magnetic study event to the Yamask Research Day, and then we have the Giratina raids at top ghost type attacker as well. And we're just in the 3rd week of October here. We haven't even hit Halloween. There's too many events, too many raids to do them all. So that's why I make these videos, to help you prioritize. If you like doing raids, Giratina is going to be a Pokemon you don't want to skip. If you're a PvPer and you like doing the Go Battle League, Yamask Research Day is probably where I'd spend my time. And then if you're Stardust broke like me, don't miss Shroomish Spotlight Hour on Tuesday for a chance at 450k plus Stardust. Good luck this week, everyone. If you do get any good shinies or hundos, let me know down in the comments or send a screenshot to me in the Discord. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.